Hebrews 5:1. KJV. For every high priest taken from among men is ordained for men in things pertaining to God, that he may offer both gifts and sacrifices for sins. Ever wonder why God chose men for the priesthood of old? I mean, why not a woman? Why not a high priestess? Well, there are a few reasons, but the primary reason is mentioned in Romans. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned. Yep, you read it right. God chose men to make sacrifice for sins, because it was by a man that sin entered the world. It was Adam, not Eve, that God held responsible for the fall of humanity. Eve was deceived. Adam knew better, yet rebelled anyway. Therefore, God required that a man represent the people for which he would offer gifts and sacrifices. This is also one of the reasons why God sent his son, and not a daughter. As Jesus is oft called the second Adam, or last Adam, see 1 Corinthians 15:45, he came in the form of man that he might make sacrifice for all mankind. While it is a privilege to serve the Lord, it is technically a referendum on masculinity's tendencies for rebellion that God chose men to make sacrifice. Required to humble themselves before our Almighty God. In the Old Testament they represented the people and made sacrifices. In the New Testament Jesus comes representing God in the form of man, and makes sacrifice for all mankind, for all time. Jesus is that second and final Adam, our eternal high priest, ever making intercession for the saints, intercession for those who by faith have received him as their sacrifice. Man, woman, boy or girl, we have an high priest, if we so choose. Blessings, DOTG, at DHBCLV.